365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.
Alright, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport Hour, the Wednesday edition. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. Well, we were in between, a delay of network and so on and so forth like that. Alright, quickly, with a little time left on the show, we'll be talking extensively about sport news back to back. Okay, let's start with the MPFL. Even though there was an international break over the weekend, but the MPFL is not affected. But before we talk about the MPFL, let's talk about CAF. Well, CAF confirms Morocco the host of 2024 CAF Women's Champions League. Well, that's a news update coming from CAF. Well, people are still waiting and anticipating to hear what CAF the kind of judgment CAF is going to pass on either of Libya or Nigeria concerning what happened over the weekend. Talking about the LFF, or let me say the LFF, talking about the Nigerian players and contingent be held hostage at the Al Abrak airport in Libya. Okay, we'll get to that. Confederation of African Football CAF has announced Morocco as host of the 2024 edition of the CAF Women's Champions League final. It was reported about the competition, according to information on CAF's official website, will run from the 9th of November to the 23rd of November. To be recorded, Morocco also hosted the last edition of the competition. Nigerian champions, talking about Edo Queens, are among the 8 teams that will compete at the tournament, the Premier Women's Club Football Competition in Africa. The Melody Sundowns of South Africa are the current holders of the competition. Winners of the competition will get $400,000 in prize money, with runners-up walking away with $250,000. Talking about the second runner-up, I do not know anything about that. Let's talk about MPFL. Talking about MPFL, Remo Stars technical advisor Daniel Ogumodede is back with a team after returning from international duty. Ogumodede, who is an assistant coach in the national team, was away with the Super Eagles for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. The young tactician took charge of the Sky Blue Stars. Talking about the preparation for match day 7 fixture against Plateau United on Tuesday afternoon. Ogumodede announced his return to the team on the social media. Say no place like home. Thankful for life. Thank you Nigerians for prayers and support. Together we will always overcome. Ogumodede missed Remo Stars 3-0 win over Nasarawa United last Sunday. Alright, Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen is also in the news today as Galatasaray legend. Talking about Zevad Preskasi as he stated that Victor Osimhen wanted to go to England during the last summer transfer window. Preskasi, who blamed Napoli for Osimhen's failed move to the Premier League, said Preskasi said this while expressing his surprise at the striker's decision to join the Turkish giant. Osimhen had set his sight on moving to the Premier League or a return to the French Ligue 1 after making up his mind to leave Napoli. However, Napoli placed a huge valuation on him, making it difficult for the likes of Chelsea or Paris Saint-Germain to sign him. Nigeria defender Olisa Unda will be sidelined for a long period. This was according to South Africa club Orlando Pirates. The club Olisa Unda represents at the moment. Unda sustained the injury in Pirates League clash against Polokwane City last month. The centre back, who was replaced by Constantine Sibisi 4 minutes from time, was named the man of the match after the encounter. The Box Medical Department has confirmed that the 26-year-old has suffered a tibia fracture due to the location and nature of the injury. The decision on surgery is not straightforward, but based on this type of injury, Unda has been ruled out for the rest of the year. The injury caused the former Aqua United player to miss Nigeria's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying tie against the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. Alright, talking about the new Three Lions manager, Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel must win the 2026 World Cup to justify his appointment as England's new manager, according to the Three Lions former captain, Alan Shearer. England have not won a major tournament since 1966 World Cup, but came close to ending that drought several times under Tuchel's predecessor, Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate resigned shortly after losing the Euro 2024 final to Spain in July, and also led his country to the Euro 2020 final, the 2022 World Cup quarter-final, and semi-final of the 2018 World Cup. Tuchel, who was named the third foreign manager of the English men's side on Wednesday, will inherit an abundance of talent in his players, and all eyes are on him to work excessively with them. All these talents include Bayern Munich striker Harry Kane and Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham. The German has an impressive track record of winning major trophies from spells at Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and Bayern Munich. Tuchel led Chelsea to a Champions League glory in 2021 and won league titles at Bayern Munich and PSG. Tuchel's appointment has been met with some criticism over the decision not to hire an English coach. Lee Castley stepped up from his role in charge of England's under-21 side to take interim charge for the last 4 matches. Tuchel will not begin his contract act until the 1st of January 2025. That's next year. Meaning Castley is still set to lead England once more for Nations League games against Greece and Republic of Ireland next month. However, there was a lack of outstanding English candidate for the role. The last homegrown manager to win the English top flight division was Howard Wilkinson as lead boss in 1992, prior to the formation of the Premier League. Graham Potter, who has been out of work since being sacked by Chelsea in April 2023, and Newcastle's Eddie Howe were linked to the role, but none were called to come and take over the role. But it was reported earlier this week that the FA had also sounded out to Manchester City's Spanish manager Pep Guardiola about his interest in his position. But Guardiola denied having interest in the English job. The Libya Football Federation has vehemently said that Nigerians should be held responsible for the abandoned Tuesday's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in Benghazi after the Super Eagles refused to honor the match over maltreatment by Libya authorities on arriving in the country. In a video posted by the Eagles media team, the players and officials were left stranded with their luggage at the airport, with the Libyan airport officials indifferent to their plight and conversing in Arabic. Alright, football pundits talking about Aston Cheval has slammed Arsenal and French defender William Saliba for his below-par performance in his country's 2-1 UEFA Nations League win over Belgium. Les Blues defeated Belgium 2-1 on Monday in their third win in Group B of the Nations League. Randa Kolomwani put France in front in the 35th minute before Luz Openda leveled things shortly before halftime. Kolomwani came back from the break to score what turned out to be the winning goal in the 62nd minute. The 23-year-old Saliba produced a lackluster outing against Belgium as they fouled Luis Openda inside his penalty area in the 20th minute. Afterward, the Arsenal man let Openda net an unchallenged header from Timothy Castagne cross. Cheva wrote that give me spot, says a catastrophic first half from the Arsenal centre back, talking about William Saliba. Penalized for taking out Openda in his penalty box. He didn't learn from his mistake in playing the RB Leipzig centre forward onside for his equalizing goal, still shaking in the second half. That was Cheva pouring out his frustration about William Saliba's performance. Arsenal legend Gilberto Silva has tipped the club striker Gabriel Jesus to return in the starting 11 despite his injury issues. He believes that his countryman will bounce back to replace Kai Havertz as Mikel Arteta's main man up front if he remains fit. Gabriel Jesus' time at Arsenal has been riddled with injuries since his arrival from Manchester City in 2022. The Brazil international was sidelined for 3 months in his debut season at the club due to an injury. After Havertz joined the Gunners from Chelsea, the Brazilian faced competition for his spot in the starting lineup. Jesus did not play as much as 16 games for Arsenal through injury last season. Meanwhile, Kai Havertz is strike, scoring and making important assists for the Gunners. If you were the coach of Arsenal, who would you have picked too? Newcastle United legend Alan Shearer's ill 27-year-old star Scott McTominay for leaving Manchester United. Shearer believed the Scottish midfielder made a wise decision to cut ties with his boyhood club in the last summer transfer window. McTominay joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 5. He went on to make 255 appearances for the Red Devils and helped them won the FA Cup and EFL Cup. However, he ended up joining City outside Napoli in the summer. And Alan Shearer is giving him kudos for that. Barcelona centre-back Eric Garcia has named Manchester City midfielder as the player that deserves to win the Ballon d'Or this year. According to Garcia, Rodri will be the signing he would make for Barcelona. Rodri is among top contenders for the Ballon d'Or this year. The 28-year-old has been superb for both club and country. He won the Premier League title with Manchester City and Euro 2024 with Spain. Alright, Argentina captain Lionel Messi has equal rival Cristiano Ronaldo's record after scoring a hat-trick against Bolivia in the 2026 World Cup qualifier. Messi scored 3 times and provided 2 assists as his country claimed a 6-0 win. It was the 37-year-old's 10th international hat-trick, equaling Ronaldo's record. Well, on the same night, Cristiano Ronaldo failed to score for Portugal as they play out a 0-0 draw in Scotland in the UEFA Nations League. Ronaldo was clearly frustrated after the game and could be seen throwing tantrums. Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho is eyeing a move for Barcelona forward Ansu Fati when the transfer market opens in January. Ansu Fati returned to Spain this summer after spending last season on loan at Premier League side Brighton. The 21-year-old, who was once hailed as Lionel Messi's heir at Barca, is now struggling to get game time under Hansi Flick and could consider leaving the club permanently. According to several reports, Mourinho has shown interest in Fati and is hoping to bring the player to the Turkish league in the January transfer window. Fenerbahce sporting director Mario Branco is expected to approach the representative of the Spain international soon. They remain confident that they can lure Ansu Fati with regular football to offer him. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to leave the studio. My name is James Oluwadrotimi. Join me again for the full package of the program. My name is James Oluwadrotimi. Once again, do have a wonderful evening. Join me by 3 p.m. for Entertainment Circuit. Au revoir.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch